Hello everyone, welcome to Pivot with Purpose. My name is Tracy Gray. Join me as we design and build. If you notice in my hands, I have some materials. I have a hot glue gun and some goggles. Safety first, we're going to put our goggles on first. Now that we have on our goggles, let's look at some of the materials we're going to use today. Tape, some wheels, straws, motor, batteries and battery holder, dowels, tongue depressors, some axles, paper clips, thumbtacks, scissors and wire cutter, electric tape, and some cardboard. Since I know I'm going to use a hot glue gun, I have put it on top of some cardboard and I have some glue sticks that will go inside. If you see, it's inside here. I've also added some finger protectors so that I don't burn my fingers. If you are working with a hot glue gun and you are under the age of 10 or 15 years old, make sure you get permission from your grown-up. And hopefully your grown-up is able to do a project like this with you. While I wait for my hot glue gun to heat up, it looks like it's heating up pretty quickly, I have to decide what I'm going to build. Am I going to build a mini racer car with wheels? I've added a propeller to my list of supplies. Will I make a fan? These are things I'm wondering about. But while I wonder about this, I am going to test out my motor. This is a 1.5 volt motor that we're going to test out, and it has leads on it that will allow us to know if it's operating. First, I will connect the batteries to the battery holder. Yeah, I'm going to connect it on this side. Battery holder is connected. I have to find out if this is long enough to fit on the leads. I'm going to get us a little closer so we can take a look. Okay? Now I'm going to do my best to see if I can splice this wire cutter to make the leads a little bit more accessible. Actually, I'm going to use the scissors. I think the scissors are better. And as you see, I've decided to use my finger protectors because I don't want to cut my fingers. This can be tricky sometimes. So I'm taking this and I'm gently cutting this. Actually twisting it to see if it will move. Sometimes what will happen is you end up cutting off that actual wire. And so I'm going to do my best not to cut the wire. I really just want to get the red part off so that the wire is exposed. Okay, I'm going to keep trying. Oh, it looks like it's exposed. Let's see if we can actually get it off of here now. Okay, I'm going to try it. There we go. Almost. Okay, still trying. Oh goodness, here we go. Gentle. Almost. Gentle. I got it, yay, I got it. That's one side. let's see if we can get the other. Okay, let's see if we can get it, okay? All right, this will just give us a little more space to connect the wire to the battery. So here's hoping this side will cooperate like the other side did. You know, this takes time and patience. And if you're working with a grown-up, they will help you. And even if you're working by yourself, be patient. What I love about building and designing is that you get to be creative. And sometimes things don't always go as planned, but the goal is to try, to build and to design. And here's hoping this side will come off just as easily as the other. Okay, here we go. Looks like, we almost got it. Here we go. I don't want to cut it. I just want to get this protection off of here. Looks like we've got it. Looks like we've got it, friends. We got it. Got both sides. Okay, both sides. Now I'm going to take off my finger protectors. Take off my finger protectors and connect. Let's see if we can get this battery, the motor, and the battery connected. Because remember, we have two batteries in the battery holder with the wire and the motor. Okay, here we go. Connecting one side. And once I get it connected, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use our propeller to see if it's actually working like we want it to. Okay, I'm going to lift this up just a squinch. Slide this through here because I want to make sure I test out the motor. Okay, I had to lift up the lead a little bit more. Okay, we got it on one side. I'm actually going to connect the propeller right now to the motor before I connect the other side. Once I connect the other side, we'll find out if the motor actually works. Okay. I think it's working, friends. Look at that. Okay, we figured out that works. I'm going to take the propeller off and I'm going to remove the batteries because we don't want to waste the battery life and we always want to be safe. Okay? Now that I've taken my batteries out of my battery holder, I still have the motor connected to the battery holder, the wires from the battery holder. I'm now ready to use my hot glue gun again. Sometimes I like to draw my design for how I want to put something together. And today I have a picture in my mind, but I can't actually draw it. So I'm going to do my best to create it just as I see it. I'm going to put my finger protectors back on my fingers so that I don't injure myself when I'm using the hot glue gun. It is actually very hot right now. So I've got my finger protectors and I'm hoping that you make sure that when you are using the hot glue gun that you are using your finger protectors. Do I have all my fingers protected? Almost. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm ready to use my hot glue gun. I've decided to pull my hair back a little so that I don't get sticky glue in my hair. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to use a tongue depressor and I'm gonna put some hot glue on the tongue depressor here. And I'm going to use another tongue depressor. And I'm going to glue. As you can see, I was starting to draw something, but I couldn't get the picture exactly what I wanted to draw. So I'm actually going to connect the cardboard with the tongue depressor. Yeah, there we go. And I'm still envisioning what I'm going to build. So I'm going to add another piece. I realized a little too late that you couldn't see what I was actually doing. So I hope you can see better this way. I decided that the top of my mini eraser is going to be a triangle. And here's where I connected the two tongue depressors. My hot glue gun is hot now. Again, I had to add some more glue sticks to it. My hot glue gun is nice and hot. I think I'm going to add some straws to the bottom of my mini eraser. I hope it will do what I want it to do, because I want to add an axle, but I wonder if it's going to be too short. Let's try it anyway. Let's see. I may have to add 2 straws. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue here and here, as well as here. It's probably not a good practice for me to put this in my mouth, but I'm doing it because I don't have an extra pair of hands. Okay, I'm going to lay my hot glue gun down. I'm going to put my straws here, just testing this out to see, and here. I wonder, my axle, is it going to be long enough? No, it's not. What can I do? Ooh, I know. Maybe I can add another tongue depressor here. Yep, I'm making this up as I go because I'm designing and building. I figure that most scientists and most engineers build and design, and then they make their directions for how they're going to make things. A good friend told me that once, that the design comes before directions. Design comes before directions. And in a perfect world, I would be taking notes for all of this good work that I'm doing. And maybe next time when we're in a video, we'll spend some time taking notes. Yes, this is going to work a little better, because now I'm going to cut the straw and make it much shorter so that the axle can go inside here. It'll be very short, and then I can put the wheels on the side. Okay, let's see how it works. I think it's nice and sturdy. I'm gonna have to make it a little sturdier up top. Okay, on to the next. I'm really excited about these next steps because this axle connects to the wheel. It goes like this, and we want it to turn. We want it to turn. So in order for that to work well, it can't just connect this directly, because it won't turn. Do you know what I mean? It won't turn. So that's why I'm going to use the straw. But I also need for the straw to be much shorter than the axle. So let me measure a little bit. I think I'm going to use less than half of this straw. So I'm going to cut the straw in half with these scissors. It's still too long. So I'm going to cut a little bit more, a little less than half. A lot less than half, actually. And let's see how it looks. If the axle will go through. Let's find out. Okay, here it is on one side, going in. Here's on the other side, going in. Hey, voila. Oh, it rolls. Okay. All right. My next step is to connect this axle. Oh, yes. This axle and wheel to this part of my mini racer. However, I made the straws are too long. So I'm going to cut these straws. And I always save my materials too. So I'm going to cut this straw here. And I've got my goggles on in case a piece pops up. I'm going to cut here. Here. And I'm going to test it out. Still too long. Well, maybe. Let me use some tape to test my hypothesis to see if it will work. So I've got some painter's tape, which is a really good tape. And I still haven't figured out where I'm going to put my motor and my battery holder. So I still have to figure that out. So I'm going to test this and see if this will work if I put this on here. Let me try and see if I can connect this just temporarily to see if it will roll. I'm going to put this in the middle because even once the straw is still a little too long, so I'm going to cut it even more. Yeah, I'm going to cut it even more. I'm really glad I have my goggles on because little pieces like this can pop up into your eyes. So let me try it now. If I temporarily put this on this tongue depressor, will there be movement? It will be. All right. Okay, but I will probably move it here so it's further away from this part. Okay. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Since I know that I need space, I'm going to cut these straws very short. And my goggles are protecting my eyes. Testing it on this side. See? Same thing. Great. Now I'm going to take this apart, or maybe I don't have to actually take it apart. I can measure. I am going to take it apart because I want to make sure that they're equal sides. They're not the same size. So I'm going to cut this straw because I want the wheels to be identical. So I've got one here and one here. Let me see if this one looks better. Here we go. And I'm going to put this straw here and connect this wheel to the axle. See if I can, yeah, make it nice and snug. Now I'm going to make it nice and snug on this side as well. Okay. Yay, that works. And then I will put these on here. The next challenge I'm going to look at is where's my battery? Because, you know, honestly, I don't need a battery and a motor for this moving vehicle. I can use one, but I don't need one. Because if I add my wheels here and my wheels here, I will have a moving vehicle. Shall we test it out? Let's get our hot glue gun and check it out, okay? And that will be my moving vehicle for this experiment. And maybe the next time we'll figure out if we want to add the motor and the battery, or this can be an extension. But for now, let's check it out and see if our moving vehicle, because that was our goal, was to make a mini racer, can be connected. I'm going to put my finger protectors back on and get my hot glue gun, and then we are going to affix these wheels to our mini racer, okay? All right, I have my finger protectors on, I have my hot glue gun, and I have my wheels. Now I'm going to put some glue on both ends of this tongue depressor, making sure I have some in the middle as well, just to be on the safe side. And now I'm going to affix the wheels, oh goodness, the wheels to the tongue depressors using the straw with the axle here. Okay. I think I'm going to have to make it a little sturdier using tape. Or maybe even, dare I say, yes, I can use tape to make sure that it stays. So I'm going to turn it on the side while it dries. I'm going to add some tape to this. Yes, adding tape to make sure that it stays. Okay. Goodness, yes. I'm gonna slide some things over. I mean, I can get really fancy with this and decide I may decide I want to add something on top, because maybe next time when I think about my motor, my motor and my battery, I may want to add it to this. I'm really hopeful that this will be a moving vehicle, a mini racer. I mean, I would sincerely hope that this will work. Let it dry and see what happens. Got my own design here. If I wanted to, like I said earlier, I could go back and write down the steps that I took to make this. Even thinking about safety and protection, making sure I put those in my directions. I would hope that everyone would do that, because you want to share this with a friend or with a parent, and you want to be able to, as an engineer, share your process. So let's see if it works. It's not completely dry, but I made a mini racer. And I think that when I decide to put a motor on it and put a propeller on it, because I'm going to continue with this design, I'm going to take it outside and let it see if it rolls down the hill. And I may even do it before, have it roll down the hill before I put the motor on. And so I hope that you enjoyed working with me in this time to design and create, design and build with Pivot with Purpose. And I hope that you like and subscribe to this video, because there's many more to come. In STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, every failure is a step towards success. I hope you make your own mini racer and that you share pictures and videos of your mini racer in the comments below. We used finger protectors. We used a hot glue gun and glue sticks. We used goggles. We used tape. We used tongue depressors. We used wheels and axles. We used straws and cardboard. We started with a wire cutter, but chose to use scissors. We introduced batteries and battery holders. We introduced a motor and propellers. This was our finished product, our mini racer. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and look forward to our next time together. We're going to continue with this mini racer. We're going to add a motor, and we're going to possibly add a propeller. Would love to see it go down a hill or go up a hill. Who knows? Let's see. Thanks so much, everybody.